In the magical land of purple unicorns. What the heck is a purple unicorn? Purple unicorn is when a pink unicorn, that's a woman, and her husband, battlecorn, blue, pink and blue, make purple. So you know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the bound chicka wow wow, the sex, the magical time between the sheets with you and your husband. Or maybe it's not even the sheets. Maybe it's somewhere else. But we're not going to get there because it could get really weird, my friends. But let's just talk about purple unicorns. Purple unicorns can either be as a weapon or it can be your greatest superpower. And I'm talking about the kind of force field that changes the world. Because when you and your husband are aligned, especially in the intimate sexy time area, it becomes a little force field around the two of you. And I would say that force field even goes around your kids and your community and your business. It just has great benefits. The benefits of sex with your spouse is unfathomable. Okay, I couldn't even think of a word that was good enough because that's how good it is for your marriage and your community and your business. So if you're like, how can I make my business better? Sex, probably. And I'm not talking about sex with other people because that's weird. I'm talking about sex with your spouse, people. Okay. What's wrong with my marriage? Probably sex. I don't know. Like, are you having connection? Are you hyper connecting with your spouse? Do you feel like you're on the same team? Are you a ride or die with your spouse? I'm telling you, if your sex life is great, your ride or die, like, it's good. I remember my husband's parents, my mother-in-law and father-in-law, were talking about how they went to marriage counseling early on. And the first thing that the therapist said was, or the marriage counselor said was, how's your sex life? And they're like, oh, that's great. We just want to kill each other. And she's like, why are you even here? Because when you have a good sex life, it means really good things for your marriage. Now, I have to be honest. I haven't always had a great sex life with my husband. I kind of used it as a weapon, and I don't think I was doing it on purpose because I don't know if I'm the only woman out there or not, but when I get stressed out or overwhelmed, my freak flag does not fly, okay? When I am in a security bubble, I get real freaky, okay? But when I'm stressed out, my freak flag does not fly. And that becomes a very big problem when you're an entrepreneur wife because a lot of times it's stressful. There's a lot of things that can be overwhelming. There's financial insecurities. We aren't really secure all the time. But I had to communicate that to my husband. And so what was happening is our marriage was broken. And I was using it as a weapon. Like, if he performed right, now I'm not talking about in that way. I'm talking about in the business realm. If he performed right or he was cooperating with me, it was like almost the one thing I could control was sex. And I used that against him. But then we started systemizing our life and we started adding family systems into our marriage and we started date night. Hello, date night. This is for all the entrepreneurs out there. If you don't have a good sex life, you're not going to just go over there and walk to your wife and say, we need to have sex because my business will be better. That is the wrong answer. Entrepreneurs, if your marketing isn't right, and I'm talking about in your sexy realm, then your sex life's not right. So up your marketing game, entrepreneurs, if you want to have a better sex life. But let me tell you this, security, communication, and date night. Date night, having one day where your wife is the VIP, okay? I guess it wouldn't be VIP if I said freaking P. But let me just say, if your wife is the VIP on that day on date night, like that is a non-negotiable. I'm telling you, that, my friends, is a panty dropper, okay? Date night is a panty dropper. And maybe you'll be really awkward in the beginning of your date night because you haven't dated since before you were married. That is the problem, my friends. If you haven't went on a date night, if you can't remember the last date night you took your wife on, that's the problem. But when you're first starting to date her again, how are you going to woo her? How are you going to market yourself? Okay, because this is all about marketing, my friends. With all that being said, plan a date night. And as always, my friends, stay sexy.